Welcome to this edition of InsurTech Talk, brought to you by Avast. Our hosts today are Kitty Ambers, Chief Growth Officer at Avast, and George Robertson, Business Development Consultant and Authority on Insurance Technology. Now, here are your hosts, Kitty Ambers and George Robertson.
Well, hello and welcome back to InsurTech Talk. Our goal with this short, content-rich format is to provide you with actionable insights that can help you as an independent insurance agent navigate and optimize your use of insurance technology. Each month, we feature a specific topic, and those topics come from input from you, our listeners. Please don't be shy about reaching out to us. George Robertson and I are excited to be back with you again for today's podcast.
We've had a lot of fun putting together a variety of topics for the industry. If you're new with us and would like to catch up on prior episodes, please visit avast.com/blog.
Yes, thank you for that shout out, George. We're excited to be sponsoring this as Avast. Well, we've been talking about LinkedIn, and we know that LinkedIn is the dominant social media platform for business professionals. In our last episode, we shared the 5 keys for improving your LinkedIn profile. These were ideas to help agents grow their network and build their personal brand. But LinkedIn has so much more. It is so much more than a place for business professionals to share work-related experiences. So today, we're going to highlight a few of these best-kept secrets of LinkedIn that we've discovered. And George, you have really been spending a great deal of time exploring and getting to know these little-known features or hidden features. So please kick off our discussion with what you found.
Kitty, there's so many interesting secrets here. I'm wondering if we should require our listeners to sign a non-disclosure for this episode.
Yeah, well, maybe so.
Just kidding. We probably don't need a non-disclosure, but our listeners will want to have a pen and paper handy to jot down these amazing finds so they can put them to work for their businesses. So let's talk about the first topic, SlideShare. First off, to find this tool, use the Work drop-down icon and select SlideShare to open the program. SlideShare allows users to host professional content, including presentations, documents, infographics, and videos. This is a great way to highlight topics of interest, how-to topics, or featured articles. Now, Kitty, I know you've used SlideShare to share some of your presentation. Is it difficult to use this tool?
Actually, George, it really isn't. The platform itself makes it very simple. Once you've recorded your content, put your content together, it's as simple as uploading the file. You want to be sure it's in a format that's acceptable to SlideShare, but SlideShare literally walks you through how to name your presentation, how to add a description, and most importantly, how to tag so that you can optimize searchability. Because SlideShare allows LinkedIn members to actually search for specific content. So if you are known for a particular area of interest or you're a subject matter expert on a particular type of insurance coverage, for example, it's great to put your content out there and be found and recognized for being that subject matter expert. Users simply go to the search bar and type in a topic, and then the related content comes up. You'll also note that you can select the file types from videos, infographics, documents, presentations. So, for example, if you're looking for a cybersecurity video, a LinkedIn user would type cybersecurity in the search bar and then select video from the drop-down list, and there you'll have it, a list of videos on cybersecurity. So think about that when you're delivering presentations. Use that opportunity to post this out to a much broader audience when you're sharing, maybe it's coverage information or certain features of software even. And you'll also notice you'll begin to see featured courses from LinkedIn Learning, which is actually a great segue to our next best kept secret of LinkedIn. George, could you share with our listeners this wonderful educational offering that LinkedIn now provides?
Yes, Kitty, LinkedIn Learning is a great resource for lifelong learning and focuses on professional development. You have three different ways to learn by: subject, which is looking for a specific skill, and that's the best way to go; software, finding specific training on software such as Excel, PowerPoint, or Word. I know how many times we've been looking for that.
Right.
Learning Paths, great area for agents to learn about digital marketing, search engine optimization, lead generation, business development, or creating a business plan, along with many other learning objectives. And once you've finished a LinkedIn Learning course, you should mention it in your skills section on LinkedIn. And if you've completed the entire learning path, you should put that under the education section. And do note that LinkedIn does charge for the service. I think the cost is $29.99 a month. And if our listeners would like to try it out, LinkedIn does provide a free 30-day trial. So give it a try and let us know what you think. Now let's move to our final best kept secret for today: engagement pods.
Well, this was a new concept to me, but as I understand it, engagement pods are private groups of people who are very intentional about regularly engaging with each other's content, kind of a support group for getting the word out about what you're an expert on. The goal is really to gain that increased exposure. Now, George, I think this is a fascinating marketing opportunity using LinkedIn technology. Can you share a little bit more about how it works?
Sure. An engagement pod can be created for a group of people with similar interests to share ideas and discuss topics. For example, you could create a pod focused on digital marketing and invite those individuals that you know will have a great thought and input on that topic. As members post within the engagement pod, everyone should respond with comments, which helps build your audience. And this is a great way to help boost your content within the LinkedIn feed and expand your audience. When someone in the engagement pod wants to promote the topic, they can post a link to the pod in their standard post. This helps to promote the group and expand your reach. Pods should be between 15 to 30 people to be most effective. Members should be dedicated to posting something on the pod at least once every 2 weeks. Of course, you can always post more. Quality is always important. One way to make sure you have quality on the topic you select is to have individuals that are experts in that field focused on that specific topic. Look for people that are already creating content on a specific topic and invite them to join your pod.
George, that's a great idea. Maybe we should create a pod for some of our topics.
Yes, Kitty, I think that's a great idea. We'll have to give that some thought. And to all of our listeners, be sure you're connected with us on LinkedIn. And when we launch an engagement pod, we'll be sure you get looped in.
Well, we've covered a lot of information in a very short amount of time. These three best kept secrets really are eye-opening, and I really do think that they can be impactful. I know for me, I need to spend the time to make these things happen and make these things part of our marketing strategy at Avast for sure, and get the word out on topics that we're very mindful of being considered experts on. So thank you for opening my eyes to some of these things.
Absolutely, Kitty. And I tell you, for me, the LinkedIn Learning is a great area, and I've found out that there's so many great topics which you can pick from and really gain more knowledge on those topics. So my focus is going to be to pick one or two of those and start working my way through those courses.
Well, let me know how it goes. Let me know what you learn. So if you have questions or topics that you'd like George and I to dig into and touch on and find a special guest to cover, please let us know by reaching out via email or by posting a comment to the blog where these InsurTech Talks appear. And I do just want to take a moment and remind you that InsurTech Talk is brought to you by Avast. For insurance professionals seeking to eliminate inefficient workflows, Avast Technology brings together all players in the industry's ecosystem, including agents, brokers, carriers, MGAs, wholesalers, and even other tech firms. The Avast team comprises entrepreneurs, insurance experts, and technology advocates who for years have campaigned to improve the experience for both the insurance professional and the consumer. Also, a big thank you to George Robertson of George Robertson Consulting. George is a knowledgeable resource on insurance technology matters and can be reached directly at grobertson@georgerobertsonconsulting.com. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.